You said something simple, and then you kept talking. You added context they didn't ask for. You softened the edges. You explained your reasoning, then explained the reasoning behind the reasoning. And somewhere in the middle of all of it, you lost yourself. This isn't a communication problem. It's something much older than that. Think about the last time someone questioned a decision you made. Maybe it was small, what you ordered, where you went, what you chose. But something shifted inside you, a quiet alarm, and suddenly you were building a case, justifying, defending, appealing, not because they asked you to, but because something in you needed them to understand. Psychologists call this need for cognitive closure, the discomfort we feel when others hold an incomplete or negative picture of us. But it goes deeper. There's a concept called approval-based self-worth. When your sense of who you are is partially constructed from how others see you, their confusion feels like a threat, not to your argument, to your identity. Here's what this behavior is not. It's not weakness. It's not insecurity in the way people mean when they say that word carelessly. It's actually a sign of a highly empathic mind. Research in social neuroscience shows that people with stronger mirror neuron activity, those who naturally feel the emotional states of others, are more attuned to being misunderstood. You feel the gap between what you meant and what they received, and you try to close it. That's not a flaw. That's sensitivity, misfiring. When someone looks at you blankly or challenges what you said, your amygdala, the brain's threat detector, responds the same way it would to physical danger. It doesn't distinguish between a lion in the grass and a person who seems to disapprove of you. Both trigger cortisol, both trigger urgency, and over-explaining is the brain's attempt to release that pressure. If I can just make them understand, the alarm will stop. But here's the quiet irony. The more you explain, the more you signal that their opinion controls your nervous system. And people feel that. So how do you stop? Not by becoming cold. Not by performing confidence you don't feel, but by rewiring the source. 1. Notice the alarm, don't obey it. When you feel the urge to over-explain, pause for one breath. Name it internally. The alarm is going off. That one act of labeling, what neuroscientists call affect labeling, reduces amygdala activation by up to 50%. You don't have to perform calm. You just have to name what's happening. 2. Separate explanation from defense. Explaining is generous. Defending is fear. Ask yourself, am I adding this because it's useful to them or because I need them to agree with me? One comes from clarity, the other from cortisol. 3. Let the discomfort exist. When you don't over-explain, there will be a moment of uncomfortable silence, a space where they might not understand. Sit in it. Psychologists call this distress tolerance, the ability to hold discomfort without immediately trying to fix it. It's a muscle. The more you let that silence exist, the less power it has over you. Here's the mental model to carry with you. Think of your words as water. Water finds every crack. It fills every gap. It doesn't stop until it's level. Over-explaining is water trying to fill a space that was never yours to fill. Your job is not to make sure every person holds an accurate picture of you. Your job is to know yourself clearly enough that their picture doesn't determine yours. You don't owe anyone the full architecture of your inner world. Not every decision needs a defense. Not every silence needs to be filled. The version of you that stopped explaining everything isn't colder. They're cleaner. They've stopped outsourcing their self-concept to rooms full of people who were never meant to hold it. You already know who you are. You just need to stop asking others to confirm it.